Secondary Case. Written by Johnny Fist. It's always very lonely in the morgue, especially when there's no one there except you. You're the cold corpse of a 40-year-old man with bags under your eyes, a fungal infection on your right foot, a cut on your left wrist, and 3 missing front teeth. They laid you on this cold slab and covered you with a white sheet that has probably held 1,000, maybe 2,000 bodies before you, a sheet that reeks of death. Then they pushed you into the refrigerator so you wouldn't stink up the place. And here you are, a corpse, lying absolutely alone in the cold and waiting for someone to either look at you or pull you out and move you somewhere else. Hardly the dream of any living person, to end up in a fridge once you die. But I'm not complaining. I even feel fine. I liked the cold when I was alive. I toughened myself every winter, wore short-sleeved t-shirts and light jackets, always wore sneakers, whether it rained or snowed or whatever, so the temperature here is perfectly comfortable for me. It's just the darkness I don't care for. It brings on loneliness. Though in my situation, complaining feels like a sin. Being dead isn't a team activity. Everyone does it alone, in their own way. Paradoxically, I fell through the ice and couldn't get back up. Froze to death. Imagine that. Paradox. I loved the cold and died from the cold. Technically, it was the water that filled my lungs and the fact that I couldn't get rid of it under the ice. But those are details. Trifles. So I spent a day, maybe 2, in the water, until a fisherman spotted me and hauled me out. Then the authorities arrived. They examined me for a long time, trying to determine the cause of death. They thought someone had held me underwater on purpose, drowned me. The idea that I could have drowned myself through sheer carelessness crossed their minds only once, and very quickly. Then they tried to identify me. While I was in the water fighting for my life, all my documents floated out of my pockets and drifted off who knows where. And the water had puffed me up a bit, so my face didn't look much like it had when I'd gone under. So they assumed I was some alcoholic who'd gotten into a fight over a bottle. Didn't share, so they drowned me. If I could, I'd get up and tell them they were absolutely wrong. I'd just scream that it was all me. I was the one who walked out onto the ice and stepped on the thinnest patch. I heard the ice cracking under my feet, but I kept going. I was curious about how strong it was. Well, I found out. And the walls here are cold, and there's some strange smell. Almond or pine, I can't tell. Nasty. Though who am I to talk? A corpse isn't exactly expected to smell like almonds or pine. I hear a door creak outside mine. The entrance. Wheels follow. Then another freezer door opens. Someone is shoved inside. Door closes. Footsteps again. The entrance creaks. Looks like they've given me a neighbor. Another corpse. 2 of us now. 2 in the cold. I wonder who he is. Or she. What's their name? How did they end up here? I could knock, I suppose, or say something, but I'm a corpse, and actions like that are not for people like me, not by any law, by nature. When you're dead and lying in a morgue, idle conversation with the person next to you isn't exactly an option. It's time to get used to being alone. I wonder, how do the dead communicate? I've heard so many times that the living want to reunite in the afterlife. Some plan to settle scores. Others want to live together forever. The phrase live after death sounds absurd. How can you live if you're already dead? And these are the same people who swore to live together till death do us part. Death parted them, yet they want to live together forever in another world. Here I am, in this cold capsule. I see no one and nothing I'd want to live with for eternity. It's just comfortably cold and uncomfortably dark. That's it. I might understand all this better if they didn't shut me and my neighbor into separate rooms. Maybe then we'd find some way to communicate. As it is, there's nothing to do but think. I wonder, when they bury me, will I have thoughts like these? Or will I move somewhere, toward the light or into deep darkness, to a garden of paradise or halls of fire? It'd be nice to know before it happens. Then I could prepare. Though what is there to prepare? It's not like packing for a short trip or a long one. There are no belongings left. Nothing to gather, nothing to pack. You're just a body being moved. If they want, they'll push you into the next capsule. If they want, they'll toss you in a dumpster. I don't decide anything anymore. A door creaks. Someone wheels in a cart again. I hear my neighbour's door open. They pull out my new companion and place them on the cart. Wheels creak. Door creaks. Door shuts. Well, alone again. That's even better. Clearer somehow. All right. I'll wait. I'm still curious what I'll be thinking when they finally take me out of here.